All right, let's get into it. Today we're diving into Chapter 3 of Byron Sharp's Marketing, and we're going to talk about the metrics that actually matter. We're not talking about vanity metrics here. We're talking about the real numbers that can tell you if your brand is truly healthy. So here's the plan. We'll kick things off with why we even need to bother with metrics. Then we'll look at a system for success, break down the 6 key vital signs of a healthy brand, get into a really crucial distinction between money and action, and wrap up with a warning about how to interpret all this data. Okay, first up, why bother? I mean, isn't marketing all about creativity, big ideas, and connecting with people? Well, yes, but that's only half the story. This is the question, isn't it? It's the one every marketer has to answer. And honestly, just having a gut feeling or glancing at the sales numbers, that's not going to cut it. You need a better way to really diagnose what's going on under the hood. This phrase just nails the problem for so many of us today. We have dashboards, analytics, reports, data coming out of our ears. But the problem isn't a lack of information. The problem is being completely overwhelmed by it all, with no real way of seeing what's truly making a difference for our brand. So how do we fix this? How do we stop drowning? Well, the answer isn't to go out and find more data. It's about building a smart, coherent system to make sense of the data you already have. And I absolutely love this analogy. Think of yourself as a brand doctor, right? A good doctor doesn't just check your temperature and say, yep, you're fine. No way. They check your heart rate, your blood pressure, a whole panel of vital signs to get a complete picture of your health. And that is exactly how we need to approach our marketing. Okay, so if we're brand doctors, what are these vital signs we need to be checking? Well, Byron Sharp's framework gives us 6 key categories to look at. This is basically our diagnostic toolkit. These 6 right here, this is your dashboard. Each one tells you a unique part of your brand's story, and when you look at them together, you get a full health check. We're going to zoom in on the first 3, because they really are the core of the whole thing. Let's start with the one everyone knows, the bottom line. This is what the C-suite wants to see, what the finance people are looking at. It's the money. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. While these numbers are obviously super important, they are what we call lagging indicators. They only tell you what happened. They're like looking in the rearview mirror. They don't tell you why it happened. And this is where we find the why. If financial metrics are the rearview mirror, then behavioral metrics are like looking at the engine itself. We're moving from the outcome to the cause. This is all about what people are actually doing out there in the real world. Are new people trying our product? Are our existing customers buying more often? These actions are what actually drive those financial numbers we just talked about. Okay, this might be the most powerful and most overlooked category of them all. Because think about it. A brand that no one can remember is a brand that no one is going to buy. It's that simple. So what you're really measuring here is your brand's share of mind. When someone thinks about your category, does your name just pop into their head? That mental availability is a huge predictor of future sales. It's a leading indicator. And these last 3 kind of round out the whole picture. We need to know who we're selling to, what we're actually doing in our marketing, and of course, how easy it is for someone to actually find and buy our product. Put them all together, and you've got a full 360-degree view. Now, I want to pause here because this next idea is maybe the most practical, powerful takeaway from this entire chapter. It's all about separating your financial metrics from your behavioral ones. This is so critical. You have to separate the result, the money, from the cause, the customer actions. Why? Because it lets you diagnose problems correctly. Let's say your sales are down. Okay, that's financial metric. But is it because fewer people are buying you, or is it because your loyal customers are just buying less often? See? Those are 2 completely different behavioral problems that require totally different solutions. But okay, let's say you do all this. You've got your system, you're tracking your vitals. You're not done yet. Because collecting the data is the easy part. The real skill is knowing how to interpret what it's telling you. And here is a huge warning for all of us. Data can trick you. It can lead you down the wrong path if you're not careful. And there's one trap in particular that gets almost everyone. You've seen it a million times, right? 2 lines on a chart moving up and to the right, perfectly in sync. It is so tempting to assume that one must be causing the other. But that's where we get into trouble. You should write this down and stick it on your monitor. Just because sales went up after you launched a big ad campaign does not automatically mean the campaign caused it. Maybe a competitor had a problem. Maybe the economy improved.
A good marketer, a good brand doctor is a detective. They dig deeper.
So, let's bring it all home. What's the big takeaway? It's this. Stop drowning in random data and start building a smart system. Start thinking like a brand doctor. Use those behavioral metrics to understand the real causes behind your financial results. And always, always question your assumptions. Pick just one of these vital signs to start with, and you'll already be on your way to making much smarter decisions.